All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. I thought I could wait. I thought I could wait for the final two matches, but then when we saw the list and how they were going to go about this today, I could not sit here and not go live for the most anticipated next 10 minutes in the history of SummerSlam. Ladies and gentlemen, what's good? Welcome into night number 2. My name is the Coach, or you can call me Nostradamus, one of the two, because so far, if you guys watched my social media videos the last 2 days, basically, I've called everything. I have called everything. I did a video prior to night number 2. I said, if Chelsea Green doesn't win, what are we doing? And just now they had her win. We'll talk all about that during the post-game show. I said we got to have some surprises. Last night we had one. So tonight we had one in the very first match. Kevin Owens, he is back, and he is the new number 1 contender. So at least they're trying tonight, so I will give them that. But this is the one. This is the one that we've all been waiting for. And Mikey P is going to join me here shortly. But I could not help myself. If you guys have watched any of our, and I see the chat's already populating. You guys are amazing. If you want to have a voice be heard on the show, if you have a question with me, you can do it via a super chat at any point. I would love to put a poll in the chat to see, and maybe guys, I'm trying to be as positive as I can be. I really, really am. I just, for whatever reason, and I know there's people that feel this about me, I just don't get the Danhausen phenomenon. I just don't. I just don't understand why people find this entertaining. But I'm trying today. I really, really am. So he weighs 170 pounds. He's walking out right now. He's doing the "You Are Cursed." And now I see how excited this kid is. And I get that part of it. But there's a lot of adults out there that would like a little bit more of an adult theme when you're coming to wrestling. And oh my gosh. All right, I've decided I'm gonna be absolutely positive for the next whatever it is, 15 minutes. I will say this: that in my video I put out today, I said that Dirty Dom, what they need to do, and this to me is already a wasted opportunity. I don't know if a lot of you realize that are watching this live, but Minneapolis is the city, and it was right above me in the hotel that his late great uncle Eddie Guerrero passed away years and years ago when I was in the WWE. I thought tonight might have been, but maybe they didn't want to do it that way because of this is supposed to be funny. Maybe they didn't want to. I would have loved to have seen like an Eddie Guerrero lowrider type of interest, just to kind of pay homage to him since this is where he passed away years ago. But I said that this should be a beatdown, that this should be an absolute beatdown by Dirty Dom, because a year ago he was the number 1 heel in the company. And a lot of people say, well, he's not built for it all, And right now they're giving Danhausen a bunch of offense. Dirty Dom, to me, has everything that you could possibly want in a heel. And sometimes you got to have just like a beatdown. Just a beatdown. And so to me, you give him a little bit of offense, and then the rest of this match should be just beat down. Because to me, if you're going to truly have Danhausen be a kid's favorite, then what do? Kids hate seeing their puppies. Kids hate seeing their cats. All right, so we do have a poll in the chat. I want everybody to vote. Who's going to get the human monies on a poll? I think this is how you win this match, is you grab the money that is on the poll in the corner. So I want everybody to vote. The poll's in the chat right now, and let me know if you're as into this as I am. And I believe joining me now on stage is the host of Fight Time.
I'm here. I don't see myself, but I'm here.
You don't see yourself?
There we go. Yeah, now we're good. Now I see me.
Okay. All right, so Mikey, so far, very competitive matchup. I'm trying to be as positive as I can be for everybody in the chat, which is absolutely popping already. I know you guys have been waiting on us. Mikey, were you looking as forward to this match as because now Danhausen is going for the money, and they're doing this right after you had a ladder match as well.
I was, Coach. I don't know if I'm getting pranked here at BTT Wrestling because we decided to come on during this match. I will fully admit, like I'm a mark for this. I actually enjoy Danhausen way too much as someone in his 30s. Like,
Are you serious?
yes, I love it.
All right. Well, right now, JD McDonough just did a moonsault, and here comes the Mini-Hausens. And today, there's 4 of them. They've added a Mini-Hausen. So there's 4. And, oh, gosh, JD is not having it. It's JD against the 4 Mini-Hausens. Oh, my God. Apparently, they said, hey, JD, go out and kill them. Because that's exactly what he's doing. Holy criminy. He just threw one of them through the actual mat. They did not just turn. Now the third Mini-Hausen, Mikey, is oh my God. JD is really selling for this guy. Mikey, what do you like about this? Like, seriously, what do you like about it? I'm asking a serious question.
I like the comedic value of it. I know it's repetitive. I know it's annoying. You know what I think I like the most is that just Danhausen doesn't take himself seriously, right? Like he just does every single thing like he's not even trying. And I feel like as soon as the camera goes off to the public, he's probably laughing after each segment he does. So he enjoys it. So I enjoy it.
All right, so the Mini-Hausens are trying to get to the money, but that's the thing, Mikey, that I'm struggling with is that I just don't think it's funny. And there's no depth to this. It's the same thing. Use the word repetitive over and over. And now Dirty Dom. See, this is where you get if you're Dirty Dom. This is what a lying, cheating heel would do. Is beat down on Mini-Hausens. That's what a heel does. And so I said, this is an opportunity. Oh my God, they're giving these Mini-Hausens like all the offense in the world, big dog. I mean, the stars of this match are the Mini-Hausens, and this was the problem. This is the problem. If you let Danhausen beat Dirty Dom, now what have you done to Dirty Dom? And right now, there he goes, up on. Okay, so JD McDonough. I guess there's no rules either, Mikey. There's no. It's a false count anywhere. It's a no disqualification. Hell in a cell. Like all the rules in a human money's on a pole match, apparently. And now, just for good measure, let's throw another Mini-Hausen into the barricade. I mean, you're right, Mikey. When you look at it in entertaining value, it is every bit as bad as I thought it was going to be. Now, who's coming on now? Who is this? Joe Hendry? Wait a second. As if Monday was not bad enough. Here comes Joe Hendry. Without a shirt on, I might add, and he just broke a guitar. What are we doing, Mikey?
So this is where it actually gets embarrassing to sit here and say, I like the Danhausen stuff, Coach. I think you absolutely needed at some point to allow him to actually be a professional wrestler, right? Like everything being a gimmick is far too much. I should have prefaced what I said, Coach, by saying the social media videos and the backstage segments are what I enjoy the most. So far in his tenure, anytime he's been in the ring, I've had to be like, I'm not a fan. I don't want to be a fan.
Well, you're making Dirty Dom wrestle to his level.
Yeah.
This is a guy that wrestled competitively against John Cena twice. That's my problem. If I'm Dom, oh no. So they just had some fireworks hit. Oh my God. Some 36-year-old dude dressed like Danhausen. And no, you're not. And you know what's crazy is like the crowd seems to like. I can't hear him, but you know, maybe I'm the crazy one. Like, I mean, it's the first time the crowd's been on their feet the entire show.
Coach, on this one, I will 100% agree. The wrestling wasn't there. Night one, we talk a lot about storytelling here on the watch along. There is no storytelling. If any adult was reading me this bedtime story, I'd drink NyQuil instead. Like, this is just horrible. This is awful. None of this should have been allowed.
Let's see, what is the chat saying? I'm not watching SummerSlam, Mikey P, the Proc. Does anybody? I want to know anybody in the chat. And I'm being dead serious when I ask this. You've got. Does anybody in the chat? Can you tell me a realistic reason why they decided that Dirty Dom, who nobody's had more heat than the last year, that he would be the guy to go with Danhausen in the goof when Mikey, this is a guy that right now they need dirty heels. There's a reason Baron Corbin won tonight. They need heel champions. And you have, there's a 36-year-old dude dressed up. Can you imagine him in his hotel room this morning, that guy? Did you just see him?
Yes, I saw.
That 38-year-old dude, as he's getting ready, he's like, "Hey, Ma, come look at my makeup." No, I'm going to SummerSlam. No, I spent $3,000. No, I know I spent $3,000 on my ticket. I got it, but don't I look good? And now Joe Hendry's out there going, a year ago, I was over like Rover. A year ago, and now Joe Hendry is Danhausen's sidekick.
Yeah, a year ago, Joe Hendry was in the WrestleMania ring thanking Randy Orton for the opportunity. And now he's probably going back to Gorilla going, "What did I do, Paul? What did I do to deserve this?" It's just, it's a joke. I can like the backstage segments and the social media videos. I can't like this part. This doesn't make any sense.
This is, I see, what did I just watch? What is this? And this worst match ever. I mean, and now there's Michael Cole, and he's got to fake like he's into it. This is the part I used to hate when I worked there, is you have to get into it. We've seen all the guys get into it, even though backstage, I promise you, everybody right now is going, this is ridiculous. And believe me, take it from a guy. I was Mr. Ridiculous in the WWE, but our stuff was ridiculous within storylines. It wasn't. But you know what? He'll probably laugh at me and go, "Have you seen my merch check?" So, all right. So it's over. It's over. What are we giving that in the chat? What are you giving that? I see a couple of people say worst match ever. All right. Let me ask you this, Mikey. If you're Dirty Dom right now, what are you thinking walking to the back after the last 2 months of your career has been this?
Man, I got to be honest. Like, I would really seriously question, should I just focus on AAA? Rey Mysterio's the general manager down there. You guys have a belt on me there. Like, you're not going to take me seriously on Monday Night Raw or with the Judgment Day. You let me wrestle John Cena, and a year later, I'm in a gimmick match. I would honestly just be like, you know what, guys? I'm good. I'll just go to AAA.
This is, and I think I agree with you. This is a situation for fans that are watching right now that was always one of the issues when I was in the WWE, is you're scared of your own shadow. You're scared that if you say anything that they're going to punish you. Like, I got punished a few times for saying, no, I'm not going to go to Afghanistan or Iraq. No, and if Dirty Dom complains, you know what's going to happen, Mikey? It's, okay, you want to complain? Then you can sit, and you don't have to be on the show at all. And we're going to take TV time away from you, because the only thing worse than being in a gimmick is not being on at all.
Yep.
That's worse. And when Triple H and the creative team have the ability to write you out of a show, then you go, okay, I'll go with arguably the most popular person on the show, even though for his character, it didn't make sense. I'll give you Danhausen has been popular. In 6 months, he will not be. This is already getting old for a lot of people. In 6 months, he won't be popular. And where's Dirty Dom going to be?
Danhausen was cold after the Knicks won the NBA finals, right? Like that was
100%.
over and done with. And how quickly they pivot away that Jalen Brunson, when they did Saturday night's main event, he had nothing to do with Danhausen, right? It's all about Jalen Brunson and Roman Reigns. Like, all right, big dog, we're gonna put you with the big dog, right? So, it's just one of those things where I cannot move forward. I'm all about the storytelling aspect, coach. I don't know where you go from here with either of them. Does Danhausen just pick somebody to curse now? Okay, that's boring. And then Dirty Dom, I'm gonna laugh at you for the next 6 months.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. We do have a quick super chat. Awful. How do you fumble, Joe and Dom? Lonnie, that's a question I've been asking. And you guys that watch our shows, I've been asking this. And the blind WWE fans, not the ones that come here, the blind ones, Mikey, that go, oh, you're just an old fogey, coach. Oh, the business has passed you by, coach. No, I know what's entertaining. And when you have Joe Hendry, who, by the way, is 38 years old, Mikey, a lot of these guys are a lot older than people think that they are. And the meat of your career is 28 to 40. So if I'm Joe Hendry and I've waited all this time to get to the WWE, and this is what you're going to put me in, instead of giving me a serious, you really want to have a serious storyline if you're Joe Hendry, and certainly if you're Dirty Dom, no?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And look at, the video you posted prior to night two, going live and the calling for Chelsea Green. And then you finally say, well, what took so long? Don't let Joe Hendry be 45. And then we're sitting here at BTT Wrestling going, what took so long? That would be 7 years from now, coach. If you go 7 more years, and by the way, if Joe Hendry's still in WWE in 7 years, he must have the greatest patience in the world. It's just, I don't want to question, getting it done far too late. And
You know,
it seems like that's what they do.
you know what's crazy is you say that, and anybody watching right now, I do believe this, and I'm not saying this to pat myself on the back or Vince Russo on the back, but when we kind of pivoted the show here to kind of give solutions for what we would do, you're starting to see a lot of our suggestions are showing up on the show. Are they not?
They are.
Are they not? I've been saying for a couple of weeks, what would it hurt to have Chelsea Green win a world championship? The only thing I didn't like about it tonight is, why does it have to be the interim championship? We don't know how long Rhea Ripley's going to be out. What if she's out for another year? We don't know. So you're going to have an interim champion for a year? Now, if you're going to do that, then make that part of the storyline. Make that, I'm the world champion. No, you're not. You're interim. Make that part of the storyline. Otherwise, make her the full-fledged champion, because now we're going to see somebody that's entertaining. Now we're going to start, and we've been calling for it. Like, there was no reason to give it to Jade or Charlotte. God bless her. Just doesn't look like she's into it anymore. Tiffy Time is already a champion, and then Last Legend still has a lot of work to do on her in-ring ability. Tonight was the right choice, and it's kind of nice to see Triple H finally do something that made sense for everybody. Doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. No, one thing I would love to see now too, coach, and it's kind of hard coming out of this ladder match. Like, let's keep Chelsea active. Let's not do what you did with Liv and keep her on ice. Like, can you imagine the story that Chelsea can tell if she's like, not only am I the interim champion, but I keep defending this thing. Like, whenever Rhea's back, like, I might be more of a champion than her. And then,
I love that.
Like, I would absolutely, like, let's keep her active, because now she continues to get those high level spots, those championship matches, and then the crowd can really feed into it, and you can build the story out longer. So I think they should keep her active as well.
Not only super active, Mikey. How about we go after the guys too? Remember when CM Punk back in January was like, I'm a fighting champion, and he had like one match in 3 months? How about we have Chelsea point that out about everybody? How great would that be? A female champion go, whoa, whoa, whoa. Her? No. Him? No. Him? No. That would be something that's never been done before. And it would be amazing. And she is just annoying enough to pull it off. There's no doubt about it. All right, we'll talk more about Chelsea Green, her victory, Danhausen and his victory with the 4 mini-Hausens. Also tonight, Baron Corbin took out Trick Williams. Interesting decision on that one. And then, of course, Kevin Owens made his return in what turned out to be a fatal 4-way for the number 1 contendership. And he took the pin over Sami Zayn. So, Mikey, we are down to the final two matches. And this next one, I said before SummerSlam, to me, is going to be, by the way, they're running the promo for the watch party for next April for WrestleMania 43. Tony Khan, big dog, I know you're watching. What are we doing? How did we let them get the jump on you? That's my question. Every time I see that, the whole week they're going to do something here. Crazy. All right, so Club WWE, we're running the promo right now. If you're not a part of the club, if you didn't want to spend another $99, Mikey P, you can do it right now. You can do it right now. In fact, I still think, Mikey, you can get a discount code to go to SummerSlam. I think if you're standing outside, you can still get it.
Yeah. Perfect. Let me get in.
Yeah. There are. Who is that? What in the? Who? Oh, Rick Martel. Okay. Yeah, I don't know a lot of this. Rick Martel was a legend back in the day, and Greg Gagne. Now, for people who don't know, back in the day in the regionals, Minnesota. Oh, Molly Holly. Oh, what a sweetheart. I love Molly Holly. Oh, my God. If there was ever a person not made for pro wrestling, it's Molly Holly. That is for damn sure. And then paying homage to the military, which is awesome. Master Sergeant Shane Trisco. What up, man? I love when they do that. That's the cool stuff right there. Do you ever look at some older wrestlers? And I do, because I obviously there's a lot of video of me in the WWE, and I go, am I going to look like that when I'm 70, whatever? That's what I think of when I look at somebody and go, I have no clue who that is. But yet they were on TV a lot.
I know what the chat is about to say about me, but, as someone who loves nostalgia and someone who actually loves his job of being part of BTT, Coach, I look at all the wrestlers I grew up watching, and you haven't aged a day. And some of them I go, oh boy, you were in pro wrestling for 20 years. It's dog years.
All right. Apparently, we're streaming on BTT Instagram tonight as well. Let's go to Six Rings. Throw that up there. Super chat as oh my God, we're doing an entrance right now. Oh my God. Penta and Chad Gable. Sorry. So Chad Gable's doing an entrance. Six Ring says Dirty Dom was the biggest heel. Now he's getting beat up by 311 mini Dans and taking suicide dives. Dirty Dom got outpowered by a 311 masked man. Six Rings, you're right. Thank you for the super chat. They gave them so much offense in that match. When you're a dirty heel, you don't do that. You don't do that. All right. So Chad Gable, he's got the family. You think he's fired up? You think Chad Gable's fired up? This is one of the great look at him. Look at him. Oh, and they're doing the Viking clap. Mikey, I'm into this. The Viking clap in the home of the Vikings. Where's Justin Jefferson? He did do a nice little video at the beginning of the day, though. But this is what I like to call, Mikey, don't be too cool for school. Meaning this is clearly he's hyped. Clearly it's his hometown. Clearly it's the biggest moment of his career. Mikey, if they don't make him the new Intercontinental Champion tonight, I don't know what we're doing.
Well, I know we will riot. I know that much. I mean, I'm going to speak for you on that one. You know what's crazy though, and obviously we can't have sound, but I will go back because I want to listen to this entire incredible reaction to his entrance, because everyone focused on Brock and it was the homecoming for Brock. And it was like, this is actually one of the times where you can say storytelling matters. And they did a great job with Brock and Oba. But look at what Chad Gable went through in AAA and the match he put on in the Mask vs. Max, which really put him over. And now you see the reception he's getting in his hometown. That's pro wrestling. That's what WWE should be about.
100%. That was maybe the best match I've seen in 25 years. The aggression, the speed, the being in shape. We talk all the time about how guys are getting gassed. If you haven't watched that match with El Grande Americano and Chad Gable, you need to go back and watch it. It was as good as it gets. Now, it's going to be interesting because this is another superstar that I disagree with, Mikey. Is they're like, man, Coach, Penta's over like crazy. Is he popular? Okay. He was a part of last season's Unreal, so you got to know him a little bit better. But I do not think here in the United States that he is more over than Chad Gable. I think Chad should be the Intercontinental Champion, but they're riding with Penta at least the last 3 or 4 months, and he was in the main event of Saturday night's main event as well.
Yeah, no, I think the big thing about Penta has been that he's been active as an active champion, and that's why people are starting to grow to like him, and that's why he was easy to sell to the fans. But when you're putting him up against Chad Gable and the story and everything that we've seen and the character transformation, which is something we don't see anywhere else except for Chad Gable right now in WWE, I think that's why we all feel like they need to do the right thing here.
All right, we'll see if they do. I know a lot of people are coming in on the chat. Just coming in right now, we gave you a little bit of bonus. We couldn't help ourselves. We came on live 3 matches early instead of 2 matches early like we advertised because we wanted to be here to watch Danhausen on a stick. I mean, Danhausen, human, yeah, that, whatever that was. All right, so Penta and Chad Gable, and here's the other thing too. We've seen one surprise so far tonight. I don't consider B-Fab in that ladder match a surprise. Okay, I don't. I did love how she popped up to win, but so far we've only seen Kevin Owens, and last night was Randy Orton. Don't you think on these big nights there needs to be more surprises, more run-ins, more stuff? We have, we haven't had one, unless I missed it. We haven't had one backstage interview, segment, nothing. And when I was in the WWE, you know what I used to love before the main events? That big time interview. Well, Seth Rollins tonight, you got the opportunity. Well, Roman Reigns tonight, you got the opportunity. Where has that gone? We haven't had not one interview last night or tonight. Am I wrong?
No, well, when you have a 3-hour or 2-hour pregame show, I mean, they're all reserved for that. That's the problem. Like, you're taking away from. You have to sell us if you want us, especially to become ESPN Unlimited subscribers. Sell us on continuing the story and what we're gonna watch, not just give it to us all on the pre-show.
Even if you give it to us on the pre-show, the one thing and we got a little handshake here. I like this. I like handshake. I like bringing it in. So it's not dirty versus dirty. It's competition versus competition. I do like that. There's a misconception. How many times have I told you and the other guys that people only watch for a certain period of time, right? And even though people watch maybe all of SummerSlam, they're not watching the entire 3-hour pregame. And even if they do, they're psychopaths. So you can still run interviews on the pre-show. But to me, if you run a Seth Rollins right when he walks in the door at 4 o'clock, and then you get him hair wet right before he goes out at 9:30, that's a different Seth Rollins. That's a different mindset. I'm getting ready to go out there and put it on the line. I'm in the main event. I'm the reason that these 27,000, maybe 28 showed up tonight. Clearly, they're not going to focus on it. Really good start to this match, by the way. Did you see some of the opposite people that were like sitting where we can see them right now? They took pictures of the opposite way. Did you see some of those on social media?
I did. And also those who are, I'll just say this as well, though, Coach, those who are using AI to make it look even worse, just stop. You don't need AI to make it look worse than it already is. We know how bad it is. All right. Like,
there's some that are taking out other sections.
Yeah, they're just like, it's like you just see the first like 5 rows and then nothing behind them, and they're like, look, they couldn't sell. It's like, oh, all
right. You know who I would be upset with, and this is just how you sell the tickets, is you sell them all on one side. So you're seeing people all the way up in the nosebleeds, and then you got tickets on the opposite side that are at like 15 rows up or 20 rows up that aren't sold, but yet you're making me sit all the way up in the nosebleeds. That's what I hate when they do it this way. But they did it when I was there. So it's just the way that you have to do it, because otherwise it looks bad on camera. It looks bad.
right.
They, you know who I would be upset with, is you sell them all on one side. So you're seeing people all the way up in the nosebleeds, and then you got tickets on the opposite side that are at like 15 rows up or 20 rows up that aren't sold, but yet you're making me sit all the way up in the nosebleeds. That's what I hate when they do it this way. But they did it when I was there. So it's just the way that you have to do it, because otherwise it looks bad on camera. It looks bad.
I agree. Yeah, absolutely. But we are definitely getting a very entertaining high level match here so far, Coach.
Don't sound so excited there, Mikey.
No,
Like, like we're in high school all over again. Yeah, but we are getting a very entertaining match here between Chad Gable. If you guys have not, if you guys haven't voted, we did have a poll earlier. Let's run another one, producer man. Almost went. Let's run another poll on who we think is going to win, Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns. We know that we have another super chat, Marcus Edwards 1793. We have one going for this match already. All right. Producer man's always all over it. Who do you think is going to win this match? Then we'll do another one for the next match. Marcus says, so Road Dogg was right about Chelsea. That's that's one of the other things I thought about is it was not that long ago. Oh, the thing about it is we know it's going to be another 10 or 15 minutes before the finish of this. That's how good we knew this was going to be. Oh, and there go. Oh my God. He barely got over on that one. That is a little bit of eating crow, Mikey. We'll talk more about it in the post game. Is what Marcus just said in the super chat that Road Dogg was like, yeah, I think that Chelsea could be that person. Yeah, but if we do that, she can't beat this person, this person, this person, this. Well, now apparently there's like 8 people that she can't fight as the champion. Apparently now.
They don't remember what they get caught on camera saying. They don't remember what they tell us, and then they got to go. Hopefully they forgot. Like it just doesn't make any.
How about we just do this? I was wrong.
Yes.
We were wrong.
Yes.
We misevaluated her. It happens all the time. All the time. Oh, here we go. Penta. 1, 2. Oh. I'm blown away at how great in shape Chad Gable's got in the last, since his injury. He did not sit at home. He shot himself on video. A lot of the video he shot was him shooting himself like his iPhone.
Yeah.
And I give him a lot of credit because it wasn't like he was out of shape before, but man, he is in phenomenal shape now. And now you got a little bit of trash talking. Do you think they talk trash in Spanish and then in English?
I would.
Or
hope
is it all?
So.
You would hope so.
Honestly, I would hope it was all in Spanish. like if Penta just cut a full promo and Chad put it all back and was like, "Yeah, I went down and learned it too, big dog." Like that would
be hilarious. Keep those super chats coming. If you have a question or a comment and you want to see your name up on the screen, just let us know. We've had a whole bunch this week on the 2 count on the Coach and Bro show. I've seen the numbers. You guys are really allowing. Oh my God. Oh, I hate when that happens. So obviously a little extra extension there, Mikey. I don't like it when either your body or your legs hit the corner. That's how you can, I don't know if you call pulling a calf muscle, but you can certainly hurt tendons and hurt the knee. It just scares me when that kind of stuff happens. I don't want to see any more injuries to anybody right now. Now, oh, that's a great shot. All right, not probably the best angle for that. Now we're gonna go for a submission. Oh, damn. That looked nasty. I'm a big fan of moves that look nasty, that if you slow them down, you go, oh, there's not much there. I used to say it about the Dudley Boys and the 3D finish they used to have because I took it so many times. You watch it in full speed, you're like, oh my God, they just, broke the guy's neck or something. And then Bubba Ray was so good about it. Like his shoulder was like a pillow. Just when he came down, it was like you didn't feel anything. And that's kind of what that last move was. But I don't want to rip a bicep, a tricep. Just so you know, Mikey, those are the muscles on the inside of your arm and on the outside of your arm.
What is the thing you call them?
Bicep and a tricep.
Muscles?
Yeah, muscles.
Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to explain what they are to you.
I'll find them one day. I'm a real boy, Coach.
I'm real up in this bitch.
I signed up for Club WWE. I'll be cooking with Danhausen and doing Pilates with Maxine Dupree. Let's go.
Do you see? Why do you have to take me there? Why do Buddy, I'm in a great headspace. I'm putting over this match right now. I'm feeling good. We're all going in the right direction. And then you got to talk about cooking with Danhausen in Club WWE. And every episode is with Ethan Page. That won't get old. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that scares me. Oh, that scares me. So far, this is exactly what I thought that it would be. Let us know in the chat. Are you liking this match so far? Have you voted in the poll? Who do you think is going to win? I think Chad Gable is going to go over. We'll see the second title change. I guess you could say third. Oh, my God. Mikey, can you imagine doing a moonsault and you got to trust the guy on the ground, or you're the guy on the ground and you got to trust the person doing the moonsault? Golly.
No, that was one of my first thoughts to kick off night two. Kevin Owens coming back, and I'm like, what a quick way to get right back into it, Kevin. 3 people, and you're right there. All right, man. I guess you're healthy.
Yeah, what's his name on commentary said, that's normally not the way you come back, is doing that right out of the gate. I'm like, yeah, no kidding, Kev. That just happened to you not that long ago. We got another quick super chat from Marcus once again. He says, hey, Coach, how was it? And did the pitch for the Teddy wedding? Saw it on a YouTube reel. Hilarious. It was funny. The wedding was funny. Back when you had real funny on the show. I mean, we had like elaborate things back in the day. Just like the wedding, just like whoever officiated the wedding. Like I sat there and Hornswoggle was just messing with me the entire time. Like little things like that, the details. Mikey, we used to have food fights at Thanksgiving that if you watch them back, you can see like 22 different things going on at the same time. Not something stupid like throwing fake Monopoly money out to a crowd after you watch the dumbest match of all time. But I digress. Penta, the 1-2. Oh. So here's the problem with putting this match right here, Mikey, is we knew it was going to be great. We knew these guys. I mean, that move on the apron is sick. You got to know exactly where you are. But Mikey, now how does Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns? How do they follow this? They are not this fast, this great as far as in ring at this point of their careers.
Do you know another thing? I keep looking off to the corner because I'm watching my clock, Coach. And when I watch my clock, I'm just going. Yesterday, night one ended around 9:15 ish Eastern time. It's 8. So, where are we going with this match? How much we know how long Gable can go, but how much buildup are we going to get in the pre-match packages? Like, you really have to stretch out this next hour if you want to come close.
Well, wait a second. It's over. It's over. Just as you say that, the match is over. So we're 2 hours in and we've had 5 matches in 2 hours?
Yes. And we're expecting those two to take us. I mean, do you want to come close to last night or do you not care?
All right, we're getting tears. Well, I'm going to answer that question in a second. But I want to let Chad Gable enjoy this for a second. I need you guys that are watching right now, taking all of your negativity out of it, take all of your jadedness out of it. You're looking at a man right now on the screen that has put everything that he has in his career into himself and his family and the injuries. And Mikey, titles are, I don't want to call them gimmicks because I don't want to be disrespectful, but anybody could win one. But when you win one, the reason you win one to me is the most important thing. And when you see a guy like this who has elevated his game in the pro wrestling circles, then this is validation. And you see the crowd going absolutely bananas in his home crowd. You've got the family, you got the wife, the whole thing. To me, this is pro wrestling in a nutshell.
I 100% agree. I just go back to like what I watched growing up almost every time, not every single time, but a lot of times when it took a wrestler a while to get that belt, there was always so much significance behind that moment where the broadcast and the event, the PLE, let it breathe for just a few minutes so that they could take it all in, and it wasn't just fireworks and pyro and all right, on to the next thing. I love that he's getting all of this in his moment.
And Penta being all class all the time, he just told the crowd to settle down for a second, gave him a little kiss on the head, put the title around his waist, and he's ready. That's kind of all you can do when you have babyface against babyface. But Chad Gable in any other city, Mikey, would be a heel.
Yeah.
But he
Yeah.
can't be a heel in his hometown. So this is how you have to do it. And then here comes the family. Oh my gosh, he put his son in his gear. I mean, they're in matching gear. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? His little man's in matching gear. Little sis is crying. Parents. I mean, this is awesome. There's nothing to say, but this is awesome.
This is the one time they get it right, honestly. This is one of the very few times they've gotten it right, and I love it. I love it.
I do too. Everybody's on their feet. Everybody's going crazy. This is human emotion at its best. And oh, I wish I could producer man, turn this up and let me know what he's saying to the crowd here. Oh, please tell me he's not retiring. Well, I mean, he's not going to retire, is he?
He better not.
He can't. I mean, this is no matter what he says here, this is cool. Okay, my name is Chad Gable. All right, I was born and raised here. I mean, I've always thought a million times what it'd be like to win something in the place where you were raised, where like everybody knows who you are. And whatever you're saying right now, this is amazing because you see it on his face. This is real to him. This is real to them. And this is my family stood by me to this moment where I can say I'm the Intercontinental Champion. This is a celebration that doesn't look fake. Can I say that?
Yeah, absolutely. 100% you can, because you're 100% right.
So many times people will do the celebration because that's what you're supposed to do, or that stupid point to the WrestleMania sign every time from, when you win the Royal Rumble. This is, oh, wait a second. This is going to be, who is this? Mug Root Beer? Who is in that? All right, it's going to be, okay. What is this?
He's got that dog in him.
He's got that dog in him. Got that dog. Hey, this again, a creative way to do a sponsorship. Hey, Mug Root Beer, call us. We'll do the same damn thing right here at BTT Studios. All right, I wonder who's in. I thought maybe they were going to do something where, are you ready to make? Okay, so this is awesome. So they go from Chad Gable winning to a AAA promo. Great producing. Because I guarantee you during that match, they told the story about Chad Gable in AAA. So now AAA is going to be coming to Vegas. Great producing. September 11th, there's 2 nights, AAA in Vegas, and the next night in Mexico, and or 2 nights later in Mexico, I guess I should say. And Penta's going to be there. Yeah, September 11th and September 13th. Do you like that, Mikey? Tickets are still on sale for Vegas. Not sold out yet.
I mean, AAA's got a lot of momentum, and I'll be honest, if I was looking to see like what could they entice me with, I better hope Dirty Dom's there, because I don't want to see him on Monday nights right now. Not after what I just saw tonight.
Maybe we're overthinking that a little bit. I don't think we are. I think you're right. I think that creative will try to make us go, oh, it doesn't matter to Dirty Dom. This is about Danhausen. Instead of, oh my goodness, Ryan Garcia. They're doing a Zuffa Boxing Ryan Garcia promo. I can't figure out if Oscar De La Hoya is still his promoter, or if it's Zuffa Boxing or Dana White. I mean, it's a mess. It's an absolute mess. But that's for another time. We are now, Mikey, 2 hours and 8 minutes in. We are now set for our main event of the evening. The very main event that sold less than 30,000 tickets for tonight. The very main event that will put the 10-plus year battle to bed. Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. But before we do all that, let's run a Dana White promo for Happy 250th America.
Coach, I don't want to make light of the Chad Gable. You know, that was an incredible moment. But can I just point something out? We've had as many surprises, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, as we did family interactions with Nick Aldis and his family and Chad Gable and his family. Way to keep my going after tonight. I mean,
you could claim the Danhausens our family. You could claim that. So maybe there's more. Like the over-under was 3 or 2.5. Call Raphael. Oh my gosh. Normally the family interactions are saved for when you're retiring or you're in your hometown. And by the way, Nick Aldis, I actually saw somebody that I think is so past their prime. Actually had a pretty good take today. How Nick Aldis, the whole big storyline was, I'm giving up my spot. I want to be a wrestler. I've got plenty left in the tank. And the minute he loses last night, I want my spot back. Yes, of course. Come on back. Be the general manager. It literally, there was no storyline to it. We could have used that in a storyline on SmackDown coming up where Nick Aldis comes back and goes, I'm wrestling with it. I don't really want it. You know what I mean? But yet he then rewards Gunther tonight. Why would he do that if he just wrestled him last night? Why would he reward him?
Just look at the guy in charge. Look at Triple H saying, this is your resignation letter, and then saying it takes a man to do what you did. I believe in what you did, but you're reinstated. I'm gonna put you over like Rover, but go back to your day job because I don't know, dude. It just didn't cut it for me. Like that's exactly what you told us.
I thought he looked pretty good last night in his match.
I did too.
I did. I don't know how old he is, but everybody else is 48. Why can't he come back for a minute or two? I think he looked great. Man, bring his wife back. Be like the 1-2 punch. Everybody loves Mickey James. You could do a lot of stuff like that. So I don't know, but what do I know? What do I know? All right. So my video today, Mikey, that I put out on social media was we needed a surprise. We've gotten that. I kind of called for it in the main event, so we'll see if I get that right. Chelsea wins, got that right. And Dirty Dom, don't screw him over, and they did just exactly that. So, with Seth and Roman Reigns, what do you think would be a scenario? And chat, let us know what you think. A scenario that both guys could walk out of here and the business and the storyline of WWE both win. Do you see a scenario that can happen?
No. I mean, I'm thinking you're trying to give me an alley-oop on a Little Tykes, Coach. You just gave me a 20-foot rim to try to dunk on. Are you kidding me? Like, there's not a single thing because there hasn't been some prolonged storytelling in this. We're supposed to have a guy with the bloodline. They just got whooped on yesterday. Everyone and their mother is clamoring for The Rock to come back. That's not happening. You can still get tickets to Moana in theaters. Like I guess. Like, I don't know.
There's one guy that could come back tonight that would bring the whole thing full circle. He just happens to be under contract with AEW. Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley showed up tonight. Now he got something. But my guess is Tony Khan is not all about it. Hey, Tony. Yes, Nick. Khan brother. I need a favor. What's that? Can I have one of your biggest stars for one night only? No. Just second night of SummerSlam. Don't even worry about it. Oh, really? Okay. No, we weren't trying to screw you over by booking next year WrestleMania week in the States. No, we weren't doing that. Can you see how that phone call would have gone? Oh, my goodness.
And Paul's going, no, they'll still remember him from his WWE days, I promise. I know.
Yeah.
They'll still remember him as Dean.
Yeah, in one run-in. And the announcer will be like, oh, Remember 10 years ago, then 8 years ago. Remember on that night in July? And then Michael Cole's giving us 8 different things that the Shield used to do in one run-in. By the way, they just did a promo for Money in the Bank in New Orleans. If you're a fan in the Big Easy, you're like, oh, okay. I was supposed to get WrestleMania, but you're going to give me Money in the Bank. Thank you, Trips. Thank you.
Or
we'll take Penta and Chad rematch. What?
Or, oh, I can't wait. I'm going to watch someone win this PLE and then go, nah, I don't want the briefcase.
Can you imagine? I don't want to be Mr. Money in the Bank. Give it to somebody else. It's a pain to take that on the plane every week. Do you see CM Punk in Unreal? So do I have to carry this around with me? Cody's like, yeah, big dog. If there's like an emergency match where you got to show up, yeah. How often does that happen? You're going to be in the house show that doesn't exist, CM Punk. You got to make sure you have that in your. You were talking about killing time. They're now doing it on camera with Joe Tessitore, Corey Graves, and Big E. I promise you, Corey Graves right now is like.
I will say, Coach, that moment with Punk on Unreal when he's asking about the belt, that was a little crazy. I was like, wait, is he really asking this? Like, he would always have it.
And Mikey, well, who did I just ask for about 5 minutes ago? I said, where is Justin Jefferson? Well, look who we have standing on the announce table. The man who cut a better promo for SummerSlam than a lot of the talent that works for the WWE. JJ, Justin Jefferson. Right now, if I can read lips, hey, Minnesota, we're only a month away from starting our 8-7 season. I'm going to go for 1,100 yards for the 8th straight season.
This is the problem with celebrity appearances now. Now that I've worked here at the brand, now I just hear your imitation of Kim Kardashian reading the card. When I see I just go, tonight's attendance is...
What are you talking about? I don't understand. I'm the greatest tight end. No, excuse me, wide receiver in the world. This is a brand new Minnesota football stadium record. No, wait. We get more than this on Sundays in September. 68,234. Without further ado, roll the tape.
That's all I hear.
All right. So Justin Jefferson, it's time for the main event. While they're running the package, let's answer a couple of questions. The Saki P. Coach, what does the future look like for Blake Monroe? Will Dean Ambrose return tonight? Saki, I didn't even see this, and I just mentioned it. Is his contract over at AEW?
Not that.
I haven't heard anything either. Blake Monroe, guys, I saw she put out a tweet today or something. To me, she's a can't miss. Like Blake Monroe has as big of an upside as JC Jane does as a heel. And they've done nothing with her. Like nothing with her. She's got everything. I wonder if they think that she looks too much like Tiffy Time. Because they look a lot alike. I hope not. It's not her fault she looks like Tiff.
I saw the quote about how once you get called up to the big stage, you're on your own, you're flying on your own, you're traveling on your own, you're all this. And that at NXT, you have several days, you're in the same place, you can go back and practice and train and do all of that.
Yeah.
But man, there's no excuse for 6 straight weeks of backstage videos. I mean, you did a month of, promos and trailers and teases about her, and then you've put her 6 weeks just backstage only. Just let her throw a punch in the ring, please.
When Tripp started talking about last night, we're right in the middle of the Roman Reigns Seth package, and he was talking about, well, get yourself over. Well, a lot of people think they're more over than Cody and CM Punk. Are you selling more tickets than they are? Probably wouldn't have been my argument on a night when I only had 27,000 in the building. Probably not my argument. You selling more tickets than them? I was just like, it drives me nuts when you hear Trips or somebody on the creative go, well, just go out there and get yourself over. Just go get yourself over. How am I supposed to do that sitting backstage? How am I supposed to do that when I'm going against Danhausen? How am I supposed to do that when, when I just hear, go get yourself over? It's not that easy. They have to put you in a situation to do that. Like Chad Gable, they put him in position. If Chad Gable was not in that match just now, he wouldn't have got that reaction. You wouldn't have had that moment. Am I right?
100%.
You think Chad Gable can walk in and go, I demand a shot at the Intercontinental title? No, they had to put him into that. That's why I can't stand it when Triple H says that. Oh, just get yourself over. Well, you sell more tickets than they do. It's not. You're not in Girl Scouts where you can go out and sell the cookies and those are the tickets.
You can't put yourself over given the direction that the creative goes with everybody. Coach, we went from Sami Zayn as the gingerbread man to champion in like 5 weeks. And now he's completely out of it. Chelsea Green was nothing more than
hold the phone real quick. I want to hear something. I'm going to put myself on. All right, here's my first issue with this match is they still have the fast music with Seth. Didn't mean to interrupt you. But you see the crowd, how the crowd's yelling for him? He's supposed to be the heel, Mikey. But yet they've left his music to where you can still sing along with it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, it does.
Right? And I don't know what this mask is that he's wearing, or he had it on earlier. Did I miss something in the build-up?
It's an old mask from what he wore in the Shield.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
And which, again, not everybody knows that. Not everybody knows that. Now, is it on the announcers? Yeah, but you're taking us back to something where you haven't told us that story. It's been like 1 or 2 packages. And all they've done is, you never beat me, I never beat you, I need to beat you, I need to beat me, I need to beat me, I need to beat me. Instead of, what did I feel 10 years ago when you were the number one guy? I hated being around you. I hated being in the Shield with you, but why did I do it? Because I needed to elevate myself to become a superstar on that level, and I knew you could take me there. I don't need you anymore. I'm way above, like stuff like that. Yep. Get down and make me feel something for how much you have disdain for how they've elevated Roman Reigns and all of the main events he's been in, all the money he makes, and you haven't.
It's just the creative just doesn't make any sense because they want to tell 5 different stories and then they miss the most basic one. Like every single Monday night that Roman actually shows up for, he's with the bloodline. But then Seth and even Punk leading up to their big matches go, oh, you're the number one star, but you never show up and you're this and I hated you, but you're great. And it's like, so what is it? Like, what is the selling point? I'm just supposed to agree with you that I'm sick of tired of Roman just being number one. That's the only thing that's reoccurring is Roman's number one and everyone's mad at him for it.
This is where you intertwine stories and where I would have said, if I'm Roman, let me, and this is how you inadvertently put over Seth, is, guys, the bloodline is very, very important to me. It is. That's our legacy. That's what we're going to be doing for the next however many years. But for the next month, I need to focus. So I need you, Jay or Jacob or whoever, run your stuff. And by the way, don't go out there and lose at SummerSlam. Now they did lose, so now on Monday night, I would be dealing with them. Or Friday night, I would be dealing with them. After Roman either handles business here or gets beat, and now he's really pissed off. And you see how you can take that down the road if you do that? But they didn't do that. So now all they basically did was lose a 6-man.
That's it.
That's it.
Like, now they're just waiting for their chief to find out if they're going to be in trouble or not. Like,
100%. 100%. Man, we've got a bigger audience watching tonight than we had last night. Thank you to everybody for finding us, for letting us grow here at BTT, for making me and Mikey P and everybody a part of what you guys do, whether it's the Coach and Bro, whether it's Fight Time, whether it's a 2 count, whatever it is. We love doing this with all of you, so thank you guys very, very much. If you have a question or a comment, you can throw it our way, courtesy of a super chat. Also, we want you to vote. Who do you think is going to win this one? Seth Rollins, will he walk out as the World Heavyweight Champion, or will Roman Reigns remain the World Heavyweight Champion? He's in tremendous shape. And this is the reaction I wanted from Seth. I don't want goofy Seth. I want serious Seth, because when you face Mikey, the biggest name in the business, you better take it seriously.
Yeah, it's all systems go. And I know you didn't ask, Coach, but I am gonna say I would love for Seth to win, because tomorrow, Monday Night Raw, Des Moines, Iowa, very weird if you go to Seth's hometown, and I mean he doesn't have the belt. So it's gonna be very interesting to see how they play this. But I am predicting Seth to win.
Wow. I had not really thought about that, to be honest with you. I have PTSD when it comes to Des Moines, Iowa. I
I'm
got
sorry.
married. I got
I'm
married
sorry,
about
I
30
know that,
minutes
by the
from Des
way. I
Moines,
missed
Iowa.
that.
Yeah.
Who?
Got a little PTSD around Pella. Everybody in Pella, what up? So if you're Roman, I think this is going to tell me a lot about what his future holds. Because remember, in May, he said, I'm not going to be part time. I'm going to be here all the time. And that lasted about a week, maybe two. And he was not at Night of Champions. So who stepped in for him at Night of Champions? Seth Rollins, and wrestled Braun Breaker, who, by the way, I guess Braun's not big enough of a star to have any kind of a match. We could have Danhausen against Dirty Dom, but Braun Breaker didn't even take off his street clothes for 2 days. I'd be hot if I'm Braun Breaker. Hot.
I don't know if there's anyone who's worse coming out of SummerSlam weekend than Braun Breaker, especially given what we've seen over the last, like, what, 10 days or 2 weeks with Unreal coming out. You have that scene backstage where Paul Heyman says, this is where not just you, but we all make money with this moment, going back to when he speared Seth, right? And then you look and go, well, yeah, this is where we were all supposed to make money and the fans were supposed to buy in, and now he's not even at your second biggest event of the year. How am I a fan now?
You could have put him in the Fatal 4-Way where you brought Gunther, who got to wrestle last night. That could have been Braun. You still could have had the finish with Kevin Owens easily. But to me, when I see we can't shove him down people's throats, I'm like, what did you do with Gunther for the last 4 years of my life? Every time, and I know all those dudes so well. I mean, so well that I'm just going, I would be in that room screaming, going, are we serious right now? Does nobody have their own brain? Can nobody think for yourselves? That's all you did with Gunther, was have him win for 1,100 days. Hell, at one point, oh my God, here we go. Thank God my sound is turned down. You see, whatever her name is, the ring announcer, she's got her face up, all serious. Oh, it just I completely recognize I have habits that are annoying to some, but man, not nearly as much as some. I mean, right now she's standing there and she is all. But this is what she's supposed to do. It's just the way she does it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just the way she does it that annoys me. But she's not doing anything wrong. But that took about 10, 12 minutes. Look at Roman. Roman's like he's like, how many more of these am I gonna put myself through? And Seth is like, yes, I made this outfit on purpose.
I mean, and the problem is you can't even be like, I wonder if Seth was like, hey, Becky, babe, what do you think? Because she probably had her own parachute outfit tonight just in support, going, I love it.
You look great. It's awesome. I do know there has been a shift in. Okay, here we go. Oh my God, Alicia Taylor. The way she pauses on certain words drive me crazy. Apparently, Mikey, and this is the problem, they were just chanting for Seth. Okay. Here's the problem. Seth is not the babyface. Roman is the babyface. Why is that a big deal? For those of you who are watching right now, I will tell you. When you are a babyface, you can only work a certain way because you are a good guy. How many street fights have you seen where a good guy stomps on somebody's face after they're already down? Can't do it. You can if you're a bad guy, though. So if Seth is supposed to be the bad guy, but they're chanting for him, what does that say to you, Mikey, about the fan base in attendance and how they feel about this? What does it say? I don't want to put words in your mouth.
It's RF. It's Roman fatigue. I mean, that's the only way to put it, Coach. I have a scenario in my mind, but it's almost too much common sense that it won't happen. You had the Bloodline lose last night. You have if Seth goes over and wins tonight, Monday night, because Roman's advertised for tomorrow, he rips everyone and says, "I'm done with this place," and then we don't see him for X amount of time. And I think that's the only thing that makes sense. But knowing that, we'll get 5 run-ins tonight. We'll probably get some sort of tribal dance, and then Roman will walk out with the belt.
Is he advertised for tomorrow?
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't. I guess. I mean,
what do you mean? He's the biggest star in the business. What do you mean? You guess?
No,
Why wouldn't he be there?
He should be, but I just don't know where either guy goes for after tonight. And obviously, I'm hoping we get told that story in the next 20, 30 minutes.
Well, I have seen some tweets about almost every show right now is way down on ticket sales. Way down. And to me, you can't book shows off of storylines if your biggest stars are not involved in those storylines, because now you're hurting your ticket sales. And if you notice, they've only shown, have you noticed how much we've seen this angle right here? That's the only angle we see, isn't it?
Yep.
Why? Why? Because the other angle, you're showing empty seats. Right? It looks completely full from this angle. It ain't. Not even close. So tomorrow, if you're in a smaller arena like in Des Moines, Iowa, it's even harder. So you've got to do everything in your power to sell tickets, meaning your biggest names have to be there. They just do. All right, so here we go. This is a referee that I do not know. Never seen him. I mean, I'm sure I've seen him. Mr. J. Lou 1984 super chat says the only ending that makes sense is Oba cashing in as King of the Ring in the bank after his match. LOL. King of the Ring in the bank. I think we have two different things here. He's already given away the King of the Ring opportunity. That's gone. You're thinking Money in the Bank, which is coming up in September or October. There right now there is no. I don't think there's any Money in the Bank to cash in. I think that's already, because I think Seth did it last year. I believe so. But I get what you're saying, Mr. J. I get what you're saying. All right, here we go. So that was about from when you said it till now. It's been 30 minutes. They killed 30 minutes.
I'm the idiot, Coach. I mean, unless Trips is watching and he goes, "We gotta stretch it. We gotta stretch it." Like,
so the package, entrances, and intros took about 25 minutes. So I think you were spot on. And the crowd is, some are standing, some aren't. I said today in my preview video, if they make this a regular wrestling match with no surprises, nothing that has us talking, to me, this is the second biggest night of the year. This is bigger than night 1 of WrestleMania. This is what gets you until January 1st. This is what gets you to Survivor Series. So tell me what has happened tonight where you're saying, man, I'm launching ourselves, Mikey, out of SummerSlam into the next little bit.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's why, and I hate to be so negative, Coach, but that's where I'm like, man, I don't even know how to feel about, hopefully they do it right going into Monday night, right? Like, if you're talking about tonight sets the stage until January 1st, and I'm like, can they get to August 3rd? Like, please let the two. Here's the problem. It's not on Seth or Roman, right? They're two of the very best in-ring performers this company has seen over the last 10 years. It's not on them. Let's make sure the story is told correctly, though.
Here's you used a really good phrase, Roman fatigue. And here's the thing that I think people need to understand, especially in pro wrestling, that acknowledge me. Now I will say they take their time. When you're a great in-ring worker, you know when to pause, when to stop, all that kind of stuff. Oh, please don't hurt yourself again. Can you imagine he hurts his knee again by doing something silly? Is look at the top stars. Oh no, that was a mistake. Okay. Look right now at the top stars for both brands. Seth over 40, Roman over 40, CM Punk over 40. I believe Cody is just past 40. And I thought CM Punk looked really, really old last night. He had some video of him walking to the post show, like limping, and he looked every bit of 48. He really, really did.
Yeah.
He really, really did. And so when you have your biggest stars that have been your biggest stars for 10 or 15 years, you've got to have other stars at that level. You can't have Triple H saying last night, well, who are you going to put over those guys? Well, a lot of guys. You just have to do it. You can't be scared of saying Oba's ready. Like, Oba could have been in this match against Roman Reigns. He won King of the Ring.
Easily could have been.
Right?
Easily could have been. Coach, I just don't think, like, there's so many things that happen and then don't make sense. Like, I'll tell you one thing that still I'm bitter about is, and I know this is kind of off topic, but last night, night one, Brie Bella gets injured. So then why did Nikki turn on Paige at the end of the match? Because now what is Nikki going to do? Go, oh, Brie's out. Sorry, Paige. My bad.
Yeah, but she doesn't know it in the moment.
I understand that, but there's so many things that make me scratch my head that I don't know where anyone's going with anything right now, and that's my problem with watching and buying in as a fan. Where if I felt like there was momentum, then I'd be even more excited sitting here right now.
Well, right now they're very top heavy. It's a lot of focus on the top matches. So when you have something like the Bella Twin situation, you're saying why? Well, even the smaller storylines have got to continue. And they were just a tag team champion not that long ago. So you have to try. It doesn't mean they always hit, to your point, but they got to try. Right now, there's no juice in the female division. None. I mean, Chelsea gave us juice tonight. Before that, there's no juice.
Yeah.
There's no juice with Becky, Charlotte, Tiffy, Jade. There's no juice. Liv, no juice. Chelsea, thank goodness. Give me a little juice. All right, right now, Roman is very methodically taking advantage of the beginning of this match. I will say this, that when you're this big, Mikey, we're going to end this one quick. He's calling for the Superman punch right now, Mike. It could be over in 7 minutes.
Or
not. Oh my gosh, it's just I don't like to criticize in-ring work because I certainly was not a great wrestler. But I know what looks good or what looks fast or what's a good storytelling match. And these at the top, they have to tell my story. And right now, are you feeling the story? So there's 3 different. So he just went through the ropes 3 different times and landed on his feet. That is hard to do. That is really, really hard to do. I'll give him credit for that.
That's really hard to do, but the first thing I thought of when the first 2 happened at the other side of the ring, I go, why? Why there? You have such little space to maneuver.
Do you see who's there?
I did not.
Michael Chandler. They just showed Michael Chandler.
Again, I mean, he must be the biggest. Coming soon.
Yeah, I'll see you at 5. I won't see you at the top.
Yeah, I just think, like, why are we wasting that spot on one side of the ring when you have the tables there? That you want to go through the ropes 3 times, do it right now. Oh, I was gonna say 4, but Roman changed that.
Well, I don't mind the if he's going to land on his feet because he's good enough, and it kind of got the back of Roman, and he's always had kind of back issues. To me, when you're this advanced, then any injury you've ever had has got to come into commentary. When you're meeting with them at 2:00 in the afternoon, all right, I'm going to sell my back. Remember in 2022, I hurt my back, X, Y, and Z. And that's how, to me, you tell the story of two guys that know each other better than anyone. And that's the story to me that you try to tell. I know where I can hurt him, his back, his lower back. And now they're going out into the audience. I like when main events do this. Here is the problem. Did the referee get hit?
I was thinking the same exact thing.
I mean, is this? I mean, look at this. They got all this area. We got all this area. It's crazy. A lot of extra security over there, Mikey. A lot. So if they didn't give, and these are the little details that I'm talking about, and I know, don't let the facts get in the way of a good story. I know all that. But unless the referee took a hard bump that I didn't see, they've been counted out 6 times already.
It's about to be 10 more.
Yeah. Counted to 70, 71, 72.
It's just, I don't.
And now we're going to use a weapon.
Totally illegal.
So if we're going to do this, let's make this a falls count anywhere. Or make it a no disqualification. Or you want to dig down deep, you want to make it personal, then make them Hell in a Cell.
Yes, agreed. Or put the rules on a pole match. I don't know. Like,
hey,
whatever.
stop making fun of that. I will not tolerate any of that unless I'm involved. It's about 8:40 in the East, 5:40 in the West. Thanks for hanging out with us. This is our BTT Studios, BTT Wrestling watch along. We are in the main event of night number 2. Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns will have a full post game coming up as soon as this is over. And we will rank both nights. Who were the big winners? Who were the big losers? Tonight we've seen a new number 1 contender. We've seen a new interim women's champion in Chelsea Green, and we've seen a new Intercontinental champion in Chad Gable. Question is, will we see a new world heavyweight champion in Seth Rollins? It's hard to tell right now, Mikey. I feel like it's not much has happened as of yet. Is there a person that you could see get involved here that would get you excited?
Nope. Honestly, no. The only one no, because nobody makes sense. With Roman, you would go right back to the bloodline. If you went back to the bloodline, it would be Jacob Fatu. But then that makes no sense because we've already seen that. And Seth was out for a while, maybe Braun, but we've already seen that as well. So right now it's on these 2 guys to carry it. And
okay, here we go. Oh, power bomb through the announce table. Interesting. If you notice, referee looks great. He looks healthy.
Yeah.
He's counting now. He's counting now. What are we doing? Do you see my point? He's counting them out now, but not when they were halfway out of the arena. Boys, come on back. Come on back.
You guys are at the 30-yard line. We need you at midfield. I mean, this is just.
Oh, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Well, now Roman's talking trash. Probably talking to Michael Cole. Michael, yeah, you're my dog. You're my dog. Uh-oh. Now we're going to do it to the other announce table. I'm telling you, look at Michael Cole. He's like, why do we do this all the time? Why do we do this all the time? Why do we have to rake them all out? I guarantee you over the years they've gotten – look at the Spanish announce table. See how they're watching. See how they're showing them the see how they're showing them the screen.
Yeah.
Do you see that? The young lady that's holding the screen? So they can call the action because you're supposed to call what you see, not what you see with your two eyes. Oh, and now a reverse. And now Roman through the announce table. Wow. It's amazing, Mikey, that Seth Rollins had the energy after going through the announce table himself to reverse it. That's a champion right there. That's a champion right there, I say. So now, I guarantee over the years it's gotten better with not allowing the cords to come undone when they do that. But there were a few times, Mikey, and I remember Michael Colt, JR used to get so pissed. He'd get so pissed if they lost track and then somebody else had to call it and he couldn't call like the big spot. Oh, my goodness. I think Vince loved it. I think he loved it whenever JR got screwed with. In fact, I know he did.
That's one thing I'm like jealous of you about the most. Like I could never hear JR because I have grandparents who are from Mississippi. So I would have just loved to hear good old JR just pissed off. Just legitimately pissed off.
Coach, shut it. Shut it, coach. Shut it. This is the go home. They're going home. They're going home, coach. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. They're going home. Oh, I love that guy. I feel bad for him. He's not doing too well these days, but I really enjoyed him. I really did. A lot of people think we didn't get along, but could not be farther from the truth. All right. Okay, so we just beat the time. They had the count to 9.
100? I mean, 900? Like, what are we doing?
All you need is one person to be in, but even still. Chad, am I crazy? Let me know if I'm crazy. Chat, let me know. Has everybody also voted in our poll who's going to win, Seth or Roman? And now we've got the, what was Triple H's move? 1, 2. Oh! What was Triple H's move? You remember the finishing move?
Pedigree?
Yeah, apparently pedigree is no longer a finishing move because Seth just did it, and it did not keep Roman Reigns down whatsoever. So now we're going to reset. It is 8:45. Pretty cool shot there. Great shot overhead. I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to watch this from a fan perspective. Try not to be jaded. Trying to be super. All right. Now that's a finisher too. That's a Superman punch. 1, 2, and we kick out. 2 finishers, 2 kickouts. Mikey, how many people has Roman Reigns knocked out with the Superman punch? A lot.
Well, yeah, I would say everyone. But the real question is, how many people has he beaten with 5 Superman punches, which is kind of the norm for finishing move these days?
There's no such thing as a finishing move anymore.
It's a special move. It's
a special move. Yeah, you wouldn't keep Superman down with that. You wouldn't keep Batman down with. I mean, Spider-Man. Why would you keep Seth Rollins? Oh my goodness.
So I know we want to be positive, and that's the thing. Like,
I really am trying.
I know.
I really am.
I know. And here's the thing: I love both of these guys. Like, I am bought in on the character, but the fatigue in the storylines, the fatigue in the storytelling, and then the lack of availability for both, whether it's due to other obligations or health issues, it's just everything's being put on them, and to an extent, I think it's a little unfair as well.
Yeah, that's a very good take by you. It's not their fault that they have. Wow. Oh, what? Now that's a finisher. It's got to be over. It's got to 1, 2. You cannot be serious. You cannot be serious. He just curb stomped him and he kicked out. If you're Seth, you just killed Seth. He's got no finishers left. Mikey, that's his finishing move.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any other finishing moves. So if he can't beat him with that, how can he beat him? That would be what I'd be saying right now if I was on commentary. If he can't win with that, then he can't beat him. Be honest. Be honest. As the announcers, that's what you should be saying.
Yep. I agree. With the pedigree was nothing. The pedigree was a little fly in the room.
100%. See, look, he's got that look in his eye. If I was the announcers, if I was Michael Cole, I'd be like, listen, he's trying to reevaluate the situation now. He's trying to say, what do I have to do? What do I have to do to beat this guy if that didn't do it? That's the realism that Vince teaches us here at the brand all the time. It's got to be realistic. It's got to make sense. What are we going to do here? See, this is something that The Rock never, maybe a couple of times. He hated to be on the top rope, but he didn't have to be, Mikey.
Right.
He never had to put himself in danger, even to do a suplex off the top rope.
And if you're the company, you really want Seth taking a high risk?
No, I do not.
Right.
Absolutely not.
That's what I mean.
I think we've been there before. I mean, I don't even want him stepping up on those ropes. You always have to weigh out, is the move worth the, okay, here we go. Now we're going to do it. Now we're going to do it. Now we're going to do it. Oh. Now we're going to get him in a sleeper hold. Oh. Now he does do great facials. I mean, he is. Are we going to tap? Are we going to tap? Are we going to tap? Oh.
Got close for a second.
He got close for a second. It's not going to end with a tap. It's not going to end with a tap. Oh, and he's going to double down. We're going to go UFC style. Are we going to go Hulk Hogan? Are we going to go Hulkster here? Okay, Seth, your neck's no longer in. Okay, yeah, shift it back in there, pal. I was like, you're already out. Just move your head. He goes, no. No. Dig deep, baby. Dig deep. Let's go.
We're hulking up here. We're hulking up.
We are hulking up. And now he's standing. Oh, that's it. Your bad knee, and you're going to get 300 pounds. What are we doing? And now he's going to reverse it. Oh, he fell. So what happens? Oh, that's got to be it. 1, 2. No, what are we doing? No. 4 or 5 finishers. That's his finish. Oh, man. Chat, am I losing my mind, or am I just the crazy negative one? I mean, even the crowd's like, wait a second. He's beaten 98%, but not Seth Rollins. No. He's taking the Superman punch. He's taking the spear. Now he said, I'm the one. He keeps saying, I'm the one. I told you before.
Yeah, no, this makes perfect sense. Your tribal chief, your champion, has to self-motivate himself in the middle of a match. That's really believable.
See, I don't mind this, though. I see what you're saying. I think sometimes, and you're a big MMA guy, that you see people talking trash that when they get in there, they realize, okay, this guy is on my level. You know what I mean? So I don't mind that because you see it in MMA fighting all the time. That you're not on my level. You get in there, and you're like, you know what? This is a fight. This is a fight. So I don't mind that so much, but I get your point. So now we're standing up and we're right back to where we began. Double. Oh! He reversed it. Seth Rollins, is it enough? He's climbing. 1, 2. Oh! No, not tonight. So another 2 3/4. I'm exhausted, Mikey. I'm exhausted. Oh. But you know what we haven't seen yet? No run-ins, no interference, nothing.
And I think it'll be a waste if we don't. I mean,
they probably we're saying, you know what, these two guys can give me good enough of a match or great enough of a match, and now Seth is talking trash to him, that we don't need any outside stuff, that these two guys are great enough. I guarantee that's what they were saying when they put this match together. And I think on some levels they're right, but I think that the lack of ticket sales, I think the lack of excitement on Raw has told us that the fans were not quite as into this as they thought we would be. So you got to give me a little bit of juice here. You got to give me a little bit of something. So is there something coming? Remember last year at SummerSlam? I can't believe, Mikey, it's been a year already. Wasn't it Brock that came back and took down Cena last year at SummerSlam? So we had that big surprise. But what is it going to be? Curb stomp? No. We're not going to win with a roll-up. Oh. Now he throws him in. Oh, my God. He turned right into him, Mikey. 1, 2. Oh, and he kicks out of his own finisher. It's not over yet. We're not done yet. We're not going home, anybody. Sit back down in your seats. Oh, man. Mike, did you notice he had to turn his body all the way around? All right, we're being told the crowd is super into it. So, hey, I will shut up. I'm actually into it. So the crowd is on their feet. So, and that's the hard part. That's why I said if the crowd's into it, and look at Michael Cole back there. I'd say what you want about Cole, man. It's 30 years in. The brother's still into it. He's still into it.
He loves it every single day.
You know, you don't do 30 years and only miss 5 shows or less if you're not into it. I mean, there's been no 7-day vacations for that man ever. I missed one Monday in my first 11 years, whatever it was. So if the crowd's into it, God bless him, then I'm here for it. And I feel like even though people bitch or I bitch about the finishing thing, and now they're talking. By the way, 9 different sponsors are on the mat tonight for SummerSlam. Vince would be rolling over in his grave if he had one right now. Yeah, he's watching right now going, oh, he never would do this ever. But I think we can still get 10, 11, 12 probably. All right, now we're back on our feet. Now we're talking. The crowd is standing on their feet, so they are into it. At least they are standing, right? No, they're sitting. All right, but they're into it. Let's say they're into it. They're half into it. So we are approaching an hour, Mikey, ye of little faith.
How dare I?
How dare you question how they would get to 11 o'clock local time? What time is it? 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. All right, sorry, 9 o'clock local time. 8 o'clock local time. It's 9 o'clock. Ignore me. I've had to watch 10 hours of wrestling the last 2 nights. You must forgive me. Please, you must forgive me. All right, so the referee has taken a hit.
Do we finally have a run-in?
Okay, so Seth's got the crazy eyes. Please do not let it be Becky Lynch. We do see Macho Man in the second row. Maybe he's going to have a run-in, jump the barrier. Uh-oh. I will tell you that these matches, Roman doesn't get tired like CM Punk does.
No.
There goes the ref and the curb stomp. So the ref is out. Seth Rollins is down. Roman is down. Apparently, Cole just said, hello, Dean Ambrose. So I'm assuming that was a homage to their... I wasn't watching a lot during the Shield days, Mikey. I was knee-deep at ESPN. So I'm not as hip on the Dean Ambrose moves from yesteryear, as it were.
I was big on the Shield, but guess what else I was?
What?
Shield fatigue. There was plenty of Shield fatigue. You can't waste this here, right? Why did we take out the ref? I mean, honestly, why why did we take him out? I do
Well,
underst
they took him out because they had the curb stomp, and it's smart by him not. So he does the curb stomp, which is a finisher, and then he realized the ref's on the outside, so there was no need to cover him without the ref. A little bit of psychology there. A little bit of psychology.
I understand. I will say this though, Coach. Last year, I told producer man during the whole masked man thing. They actually built in the WWE video game. That was a storyline in the game that played out on actual WWE television. At least this year, they didn't have that. They didn't have it. We're not getting any of this stuff in this year's game compared to the storyline. So it's nice that they're not just copying their video game this year.
I didn't realize that.
It's
I did not. All right, here we go. No referee. Seth Rollins has a chair. I kind of feel like Vic Joseph calling it on WWE radio right now. So Seth Rollins right behind Roman Reigns. Will this be the end? Will he be? Why did he put the chair down?
They keep going back
Well,
to that infamous. Yep, here we go. Now it's gonna be
th-
they're going back
what am I
to
missing?
they're going if I'm correct here, they're going back to the, Shield turn where Seth hit Roman with the chair in the back, and then that's how the Shield dissembled, and now Roman's about to, because we all remember this from 12 years ago. Now Roman's gonna hit Seth with the same thing. I mean, some
Well,
stories
I'm
take
I'm
12
I'm
years to
sure
tell.
that Cole is saying that right now. I'm sure they're covering it with commentary. And this is, to me, if I'm going to give credit, this is where the storytelling comes in, where a lot of younger talent, they don't know how to take their time. They also don't get 45 minutes. So now he looks at it, he throws a chair away. I'm sure that meant something. So there you go. So now Cole is telling the story, and he's like, "No, we're gonna do it our way. We're gonna do this mano a mano." Now here comes the respect. We don't need the chair, he says. Let's just do this. And now the crowd's like, "Yeah, we don't need that. Let's do this. We've been brothers for a long time. Who's the better man? Who's the better man?" That's what we're asking ourselves right now. Do you have what it takes after all of these years? No chairs, no announce tables, no bells. Let's just go toe to toe, Mikey P. Come on.
I
Like
love
I'm
it.
all like I'm home again, kid. Like I'm home.
This part is fun. This part, I'm really getting into the match now because even without hearing the commentary, but just what you're saying and what everyone's saying in the chat, they're telling it correctly on the broadcast. So now I'm in.
This is if you're not gonna have run-ins, this is the match that you had to have. That they gave them the amount of time that they needed. Main event night 2 is always the most important match. Sorry, night 1, you're just not that. This is the main event of SummerSlam, and they gave them a full hour to tell this story. And this is why Roman makes $15 million a year. This is why Seth makes $7 million a year. He's like, "Yeah, come on, Roman. Come on. Come on. You're better than this. Let's go, headbutt. Let's go, headbutt." See, this is what the greats do. Mikey, this is what the greats do. We
Hmm.
talk about a BTT all the time, don't we? You
Yep.
want to come after us? We're here every day. We're here every day, 6 shows a week. You can't come after us.
But you
Ru-
you hit the nail on the head, Coach. The best thing about this match is if you're not going to do run-ins for these two guys, then they had to have this kind of match, and they're delivering.
They certainly are. Oh, oh. I don't know if that was a mistake or what. I thought he was going to try the leapfrog. Roman went down, and I think he got DDT'd. And he's going for the curb stomp. Missed. He's going to go again, come again. And now. So he got him on the second one. But there's no referee. There's no referee.
I mean, this right.
Why is he going to the top? Why is he going to the top? Oh, it was going to be the super curve. Stop! Oh! Into another split. Then he's going to double again and split. But there's no referee, Mikey. There's no referee. So that's 2. Are we going to get a third? He's looking around. Where's the ref? I think Seth wins. Seth is going to win.
I hope so.
Seth is going to win. Because remember a year ago when he got hurt, was he not the world heavyweight champion?
Mm-hmm.
And they wanted all that stuff to be planned. They can do it all over again if they let Seth win. And he's saying something. He's saying, oh! And a third one. Where's the ref? There he is. Game over. 1, 2. All right. Well, that couldn't have been a worse prediction by me. 8 seconds later, he gets beat. So that tells us a lot. So Roman wins. Dug deep. They're getting a standing ovation. And to me, this tells me a lot, Mikey. This tells me that Roman's going to be around for the next however month, 2 month. You don't leave the title on him if he's not going to be around.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish I would have saved it, but I know that they did put out a graphic of his upcoming dates. He is going to be around for a bit. But just it's my biggest concern is when we now move on from something, because Coach, I'll be honest, this was a great match. Like, without hearing the commentary, these two guys gave us over 30 minutes, got us past that 3-hour mark. But now where do you go from here? There's always something about where you go from here, and I don't know.
It's tough when Roman Reigns is the champ. You can't consistently book things. You know, Vince tells us all the time that if a guy's not going to be there, you can't write for him. And so Roman, as great as he is, and he just showed us that big matches, he's probably still the best. Probably still the best they got. He didn't get tired. The facials, the way he talks, all of that. He can make an hour feel beautiful, which is why they still pander to him. Because they know when I need a big one, this is my guy that I'm going to go to. Triple H and Nick Khan, they know that. And they just got it again. But I will say that normally the big matches, you have some surprise during the night. I would still say that a lot of fans are going to be like, well, I feel a little bit let down because even though you had 3 title changes, you didn't give me any surprises outside of Kevin Owens and maybe Chelsea Green getting the job done. But congratulations to Roman Reigns for retaining his world championship. And now, Mikey, on the other side for Seth Rollins, where does he go from here? Is he going back into storylines with the Vision, or what do you see for him?
I don't know. I think now maybe we get another week or 2 of him and Roman, right? Because now he can at least say, Roman will finally have that win over him. So how does Seth acknowledge that? I think you do have to put a bow on it, even though there's not much more after what we saw tonight. But I think Seth acknowledges Roman. I think we need to have some young blood. And I think it's too early for Oba, for Roman, but we've already seen Seth and Braun. I don't know where Seth goes from here because right now there is no one that I really want to see Seth go against. You talked about the surprises we had over these last 2 nights. What was the most consistent thing about those surprises, Coach? They're both on what? SmackDown. Mm-hmm. So there better be continuity going with all these Raw superstars because right now you're going to serve me what I see, and I don't see much.
So right now you've got Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins both sitting in their respective corners. I think that we're going to have a kind of a mutual respect society coming up here. If you have any questions or a comment, we'll read those that are $5 or more. Any $10, we'll throw them onto the Coach and Roulette wheel next week. But I will say this, that now I do agree with you, Mikey, and this is where creative has to say, even if it's not Oba and Roman now, we just saw it on Unreal when CM Punk said, you can't get the main event rub without putting guys in against main event guys. So whether it's Oba, I think we're going to get the handshake. Oba, Javon, Trick Williams, who lost tonight to Baron Corbin, by the way, if you don't put them in there against guys like Seth and Roman, we're going to do the Shield thing. This is kind of cool. Minus, boy, can you imagine if Dean Ambrose walked in right now and put his fist in there?
That would be dope.
That'd be dope.
That
would be dope.
Yeah. I
That
don't
would
think
be
you need to
dope.
tell a story over 12 years, but if you're going to do it this way. Even if one of them is missing, do it this way. This is the right way to really come back full circle. Now it makes sense.
So they got the mask. I think that's probably their way of including Ambrose, I would guess. By the way, we have almost 2,500 people watching live right now. You guys are amazing. Thank you so very much. And I think this is their way of saying the Shield has been put to bed. One of the great factions in the history of pro wrestling is over as of tonight. And this is how they've decided to do it, with Roman Reigns standing tall. And if that was what they wanted to accomplish, Mikey, I got to tip my cap and say very, very well done by two of the greatest to ever do it, two of the greatest to ever get in the ring. And Roman Reigns continues to prove that he is arguably one of the top 5 of all time when you're talking about big money matches. And to save a show and an event, I think you could say that match certainly did that. Would you agree?
Yeah. I think this match going as long as it did, no interruptions, no run-ins, nothing. Just two of the very best at their craft. One of the greatest ever. And the problem is, I think Seth would be one of the greatest ever if injuries didn't derail him multiple times in his career. So someone mentioned in the chat too, and I think it was perfect. Roman's not even breathing hard, Coach. Can you imagine going 30 minutes, given all he's gone through health-wise, and he's not even breathing hard? I mean, we're watching one of the greatest, whether you love him or hate him. You got to tip your cap.
100%. And producer man tells me that Cole was explaining that story at the end, as I knew Cole would. He's very, very underrated, does not get the credit he deserves because people like to compare him to good old JR. But the bottom line is he's called far more WWE matches than JR has in his career. So give him credit. All right, we got several super chats. We're going to do probably 15 or 20 minutes here of post game. A lot of you are coming in now that we're watching the show exclusively. So thank you very much. This is the post game show. BTT Studios, thank you guys so very much. Mikey P, who's the host of Fight Time with Mikey P, also on Coach and Company every single weekday. I am the coach. SummerSlam is now in the books, and so I want to do our high and low from night number 2, Mikey, and then we'll kind of wrap it up with what we liked from the total event. So tonight, for those people that are coming in right now, Kevin Owens surprises us in match number 1. They turn it into a fatal 4-way. Nick Aldis is now once again the general manager of SmackDown. So we had Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, who looked like he had seen a ghost. They bring in Gunther as the 4th person, and then you had Finn Balor. Pretty good match. Kevin Owens ends up winning. He's now the number 1 contender for the Undisputed Championship, right, Mikey? For the Undisputed Championship. And then Baron Corbin beats Trick Williams. Baron looked pretty good, beating Trick. Poor little Yachty went through a table. Chelsea Green wins the ladder match. She's the new interim women's champion with Rhea Ripley out. Then Danhausen wins the Human Monies on a pole match over Dirty Dom. Chad Gable, new Intercontinental champion. And then Roman Reigns beats Seth Rollins. So let's do our highest high, Mikey. What is the thing you enjoyed the most about tonight?
About tonight, it's obviously Kevin Owens, but I'm going to take it a very deep step forward, Coach. And that is, I think coming off of it, even if I include last night, this is not how you're supposed to book a PLE, but I think they knew that their weakest part of their entire company was SmackDown. You look at Randy coming back, now Kevin Owens coming back. All I get out of going into tomorrow night is there is so much injection of life and hopefully character into Friday Night SmackDown. The company saw their weak spot and they booked this PLE to put it over. So I love that Kevin Owens is back.
Okay, I like that. The thing I hate about that, though, is that we have to wait 5 days to get there. It's going to feel like tonight was 3 weeks ago because it's not till SmackDown. That's why I wish we didn't have the brand split. I really do. But again, that's their problem. It's not an us problem. So my biggest high tonight was something I predicted for the last 2 or 3 days. At some point, creative has got to say she's it. And tonight they did that. Tonight, Chelsea Green in the ring with 4 other stars. Tiffy Time is a star. Charlotte, arguably the biggest female star of all time. Lash Legend, an absolute beast when you're talking about her character in the show. And then you got Jade Cargill, who looks the part. And when you have all 4 of them to have Chelsea and Mikey, I loved how she won it. She was going up. All of a sudden, she gets knocked out. And I was like, if she's hanging there for a reason, they do the Zabada, and then all of a sudden she does almost like a kick up, and her face was like, I've just been playing dead for a little bit. Kicks up, goes up, grabs it. And clearly the reaction from the crowd, Mikey, they wanted that to happen. And now in my mind, I'm like, how entertaining can this interim title run be? Because Chelsea Green has great ideas. She's not scared to put herself out there. I think that was the only decision tonight for that match, and thank God that they did it. Did you hear me, Mikey?
Not sure if we just lost Coach.
No. All right, we lost Mikey. Am I on, producer man? Am I on? We lose Mikey? All right, so I'm still on. Okay, great. So that was my high. My low tonight, well, it's kind of cool. They're doing an interview with Roman Reigns right now that I'm guessing is on the ESPN app, so that's another benefit to being on ESPN. So I would say that my high is Chelsea Green. My low tonight is clearly the Danhausen stuff. I'm trying to just let it go. I really, really am. But every minute of my life that I give to this business, and I understand I do shows, I get paid for it, all that kind of stuff, but it is just not entertaining. And Dirty Dom, they have a character. They have Baron Corbin now as a heel champion. You have Seth Rollins, I guess, still as a heel. You need some big-time heels. Dirty Dom proved he was that. He's everything that regular people want to be. He's got the hot girlfriend. He is a WWE superstar, yet doesn't look like it. And yet, because of all of that, and he has a legendary dad, you had it all in a nutshell. And you decided that was going to be the guy that you put in a program with Danhausen, a guy who is 170 pounds, and it's just all a clown show. And at some point, if Danhausen does not move on from you are cursed, then it means nothing. And every kid's going to be like, okay, I got it. It's going to be like a toy. You know, every kid has a toy and then they get sick of playing with it. That's Danhausen, is that you've got to come up with a new toy. What is that going to be? Lonnie Mead, Super Chat. Coach and Mikey P, great chemistry. Enjoyed this. Love supporting this brand. Lonnie, you're amazing. Thank you for the Super Chat, and thank you for showing up for us all the time, and all of you as well. As I said, this might be our biggest watch-along that we've ever had. Over 2,500 people now watching us live, so thank you. We're still trying to get Mikey back on here in a second. I want to give Baron Corbin a shout-out as well. I think some people will be like, Trick Williams, why would you have him get beat by Baron Corbin? I think what they're trying to do, and for a young guy like Trick Williams, it doesn't hurt him so much to lose to a guy who has credibility like Baron Corbin. And then also you get a heel champion who's come back. They're telling the story with Michael Cole's like, hey, this is a different Baron Corbin. He's a different guy. He's taking some time off. He was wrestling on the indies. That's how you bring a storyline back, and a guy that's like, you know what? And I did Off the Ropes at Sirius XM. He didn't, we had our show on Thursdays. And I really enjoy Baron Corbin. So I'm glad that he's back. I think for Trick, he's also a guy, RVD, thank you for the Super Chat. I think if you're Trick, this is a chance to add layers to his game and to add levels to his game. Hey, I just lost to Baron Corbin. No shame in your game. No shame in your game. But what do I need to do now as a young stud with my lemon pepper steppers, with my little Yachty as my buddy who just went through a table? What do I do? How do I rebound? I was flying high. I had the greatest summer ever. I had all the new stuff. I just got engaged. I'm engaged to Lash Legend. And then all of a sudden, that momentum stops. This is where, if you're creative, lean into that. Throw him a little adversity, because everything for Trick Williams since January has been all good. Winning titles, winning matches, getting engaged, all of it. Give him a little adversity. And they did that here tonight. So I like that. I like that a lot. All right, super chat. Let's go to Mr. J. Lou. Said agreed about wanting surprises with the big matches, but could the storytelling with Roman this go around is him winning without bloodline shenanigans? It's interesting, Mr. J, what they decide to do. I'm hoping they don't do the normal lazy thing where, because what we used to do is whatever the biggest storyline was from the pay-per-view, that's who led off Raw the next night. That's how we always did it. Now, he's already been advertised for tomorrow, so we know he's going to be there. Don't do the same lazy thing. I told you I was going to do it, and I did it. You closed out the Shield. To me, I want him coming out tomorrow night, and I'm saying to myself, if I'm him, let Seth Rollins go. Let the Shield go. I need to focus on the Bloodline, because the Bloodline did not do their job this weekend. That's how I would pivot to that. Mikey P rejoins us now. Mikey, I was just talking about, if I'm Roman Reigns, how do I pivot away from Seth Rollins tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw? Because remember, he's still the World Heavyweight Champion. And what I would do if he's going to give a little bit of tough love is, hey, I had my eye on the main event, and what did you guys do? You went out there and lost to LA Knight, Royce Keys, and Solo Sikoa, who's supposed to be a part of the Bloodline. Is that where you would want him to go tomorrow night?
I think Roman should come out full of disappointment, putting his fist down on everyone, both Jimmy and Jay, and then Jacob, and then LA Knight, a guy that we've literally been screaming to the mountains to finally get his big moment, goes, let me talk to you, right? I got the pin. They can't hold up their end. You had one of your family members leave your bloodline and Solo, so it looks like it's just me and you, big dog. And I think I would love that. And I don't know what you do with Solo. I think maybe it's a Solo versus Jimmy and Jay type sort of thing, and then you have Royce and Jacob. But I think right now the early reaction for me is it's got to be LA Knight and Roman.
I did tweet that a lot. If you go by crowd reaction, I don't think anybody had a bigger reaction than LA Knight for both nights. I really, really don't. I don't know what this guy has to do to get in the main event storylines. All right, a couple more super stickers. Lonnie Mead, take notes, young wrestlers. That's how both guys get over. Lonnie, you're right. That is how both guys get over. A great match, both guys win. And tonight, Seth and Roman won, so thank you for that. Let's go to Dan, a.k.a. Hey100001. Finn Balor, is he done with WWE? They seem to not care for him and let the man have another run with a title. I think, Mikey, he just signed a new 5-year deal. I think. That's what I heard.
I think he's good. I think Finn's not going anywhere. I think he's very, I would say, I don't want to say happy. I don't know him. I don't speak for him, but I think he should be very happy with where he's at. Like I said, just a few moments ago, they needed to really inject life into SmackDown, putting Finn, Punk, all those guys over there. And now the returns we got this weekend, I think they do that. I actually think there's now plenty more to work with on SmackDown than there is on Raw.
Man, it's an interesting thing, because I've heard that they're going to go back to the 3-hour SmackDown at some point in the fall. Why, I have no idea. This, to me, the nonsense of we need more, we got to have 3-hour shows. You don't. You really don't. When Raw was the hottest, it was 2 hours and 6 minutes. To me, when SmackDown was the hottest, it was 2 hours. You don't have to have, because a lot of times, how do they fill out the 3 hours, Mikey? They do 3-segment matches. If you're having commercials in matches, that means the matches are too long, or it means you don't have enough talent, one or the other. But you don't need to go back to a 3-hour SmackDown. But I do agree, they've put over some really good talent on SmackDown. Now, how do they go about utilizing them? So let's talk about it as a whole, and then we'll get out of here in just a couple of minutes. So the two nights are done. They've got Kevin Owens right now on the post show with Peter Rosenberg, Big E, and Corey Graves. I think overall of the 2 nights, the best feel good, and Big E has given Kevin Owens a whole ton of love right here. Big E, of anybody that would know how it feels to your career's over probably it's Big E. And Kevin Owens, a lot of people thought his career was over. He had a very serious injury, and to see him back tonight, thought he looked in good shape. Clearly, he's excited. He looked really good, and he won, which tells me that this is more than just a one-off, and he's going to come back and be a player. What did you make of the Kevin Owens?
I loved it. And it was one of those guys where, like, the last few months, coach, I was kind of getting the Owens itch. I'm like, at any point he could come back and I would be okay with it. I don't care where you put him in, just bring him back. But obviously, when you think about, and it's more of an appreciation I get of having worked with you now for over a year, is that they're not just a character on TV, and that's what they try to portray to us now in 2026. So I cared about Kevin Owens, the person, and to know tonight that he's healthy enough to get back into the ring, and you didn't overtell that, right? Like we've seen it before with other wrestlers with neck injuries. They had to over explain it. Boom, he's healthy. He got the sign off. We're good to go. All right, now I want him to go to the top again.
Amen. And I'm seeing a lot of new KO t-shirts in the crowd. So it's got to feel amazing. I know I never had a lot of time off. I never had a bad injury, but I know when you miss a lot of time and your job is being a pro wrestler and you love it and you've gotten to this level and then you get hurt, it feels like you're gone forever. Forever. This has got to feel amazing for Kevin Owens. So congratulations to him. As we leave SummerSlam and we look at everything that happened last night, CM Punk is now still the undisputed champion, which means Kevin Owens and CM Punk look like they have a destination somewhere down the road. How long can CM Punk continue to be at the top of the game? Because I think he's still popular. I think he still sells tickets. But they've got to really look at him, Mikey, and say, listen, what is the reason that we had these two main events, plus Brock, plus Oba, and we could only sell less than 28,000 for both nights, which, if you look at it, that's a really good number. But you're now in a football stadium. You're saying, listen, we can put 140,000 in here, but wait, no, we can't. What do you think is the biggest reason? Storylines? Matches, price, for having only about 57,000 total and having all of the one half completely empty in the football stadium? I think you're on. I got you on mute there, big dog.
I would sit here and say I would protect the wrestlers right now, coach, and I would say it's definitely not the matches. I would say I'd give the performances of this weekend about an 8 out of 10. And I would say it's the prices. We obviously know that, given the big umbrella of TKO in which they all sit under. And then the storytelling. There's not enough. When I used to turn off the TV on Mondays, and I know we have a brand split now, but I used to look forward to Thursdays and Fridays because, oh my God, how did we end Monday night like that? I can't wait a whole nother week. We have to get to there. And then Friday into a pay-per-view or now a PLE. I need to have my, not just my OMG moments, but just my, how do we continue this? And I don't think that that's been there. So it's definitely the storytelling, but it's also most certainly the pricing.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. So I just had this sent to me, Mikey. Sorry, Danhausen cannot come to the phone right now. He is too busy enjoying all the human monies and winning SummerSlam. They posted that at 9:04. The main event was still going on. Well, who said that social media talks to each other? What can we do there? I will say this. I feel like CM Punk, he's a different kind of cat. And I don't think he cares if he looks old. I don't think he cares if he shaves. I mean, he very easily could look 10 years younger if he chose to. I don't think he cares. I think he should care. I really, really do. And right now, if he doesn't get in better shape, if he's not working on his craft, and maybe he doesn't want to, maybe he thinks that he's still so much better in big matches than everybody else, even with not working at it. But when I watch Roman Reigns tonight and I'm seeing Punk, I'm saying to myself, I've got to get in better shape. I really, really do. Because Roman Reigns told the story. You even said it. How do they not look so tired? Well, there's a little bit of pacing. They pace great, but he's just in better shape. That's what it is. And I don't know why we can't talk about that. There's no house shows. There's a lot of times a month in between matches. So CM Punk's got to figure that out. because there's a lot of other cats that want that spot. And I want to see the competition, Mikey, for that spot. I want to see from SummerSlam all the way to Survivor Series. Give me matches I've never seen before. Give me guys that and make up reasons. Have guys walk in on somebody in the backstage and be like, listen, why are you sitting around in here? Anything. Make it up. But give me some young guys against the old guys. Because, Mikey, what happened last December in John Cena's last night? What did he want that night to be?
Put the young talent over.
Put the young talent over. Why was that a one-night thing?
Right.
Why is John Cena the only one that wants to do that?
How about this, Coach? Can I throw one at you?
Yeah.
Just given like what you were talking about with the conditioning and look of Punk, Kevin Owens is our number one contender on SmackDown for that title. Can you imagine Kevin Owens coming out all the gray in his beard, still got the dad bod beer belly going, Punk, I can still move. I've been sidelined for 18 months. I can move better than you. I can wrestle better than you. You look slow. You look old. I need to make up for lost time. I want that belt.
Yeah. Yeah, I can, and then I know the optics. I know the optics. And here's the other problem that Triple H runs into is that he loves these old Gs. He proved it last night when somebody asked him about it, and he was like, well, this guy, they're better. They're selling more tickets. But they're not. They're not. Nothing is selling out right now. Nothing. So you can't buy that, right? You can't buy that. So then if you are looking at it and you're saying that these are supposed to be superheroes that can do anything, and then you're going to put my main event at WrestlePalooza as Kevin Owens and CM Punk, and they look like they're 80 years old, that's a problem. That's a problem if you want casual fans to walk in the door and go, oh, man, those are badasses right there. They're nasty right there. They can get after it right there. That's what I see when I look at Seth and Roman. Didn't you think that tonight?
100%.
100%. You didn't see a bunch of gray hair and whiskers and all that kind of stuff. You saw two guys in phenomenal shape that went the distance. It matters. These guys have got to start paying attention to how they look. Sami Zayn wants to say, how come nobody thinks of me as a contender? Well, did you see him tonight? It's not a dad bod, but it's certainly not a WWE superstar bod either.
Yeah.
You're lucky enough to be a star, Mikey. Look the part. Look the part. I mean, I do it every day.
I'm trying. I'm trying to get there.
All right, quickly, on the women's side of things, Liv wins, Chelsea Green wins, and and then you had Fatal Influence last night beat the Bella Twins and Paige, and reportedly Brie has a fairly serious shoulder injury. She was at the hospital last night. We won't know for a little bit of time what or how serious that is. I don't know, Mikey, if they have much of a future. I was a little confused why they would sign Paige to come back. She just looks so small compared. To me, the future is Lash, Raquel, these girls that are 6'1", 6'2", big, right? I feel like the days of Alexa Bliss and Paige, I think they're starting to come to an end. We're seeing a different kind of athlete on the women's side. Do you agree or disagree?
No, I absolutely agree. And I mean, she's not as, I guess the right word would be thick as the others, but Rhea Ripley is also bigger in stature, right? Like, so these bigger girls, bigger women are actually getting put over way more. And I agree with you. I don't know, where we go with either Bella. I know Bree's hurt or Paige or where that makes sense. But man, Coach, I don't think we're anywhere near getting to this point, but I now long for the days of JC Jane and Liv Morgan.
What do you mean?
I want a eventual storyline between those two. I know where they're at right now, but
Mikey, they're both big heels right now.
That's why I said right now, you can't get there. In the future, though, if you ever wanted to go Liv back babyface, oh my goodness, I think it would be great.
Yeah, I do too. I feel like getting Liv to a place where the crowd loves her again is going to be a little dicey because she plays the I'm better than you, I'm hotter than you, I've got the boyfriend and you don't better than anybody that I've ever probably seen. And when she laughs and prances around, and every guy who just paid $3,000 to be breathing the same air as her, they hate her, but they love her all at the same time. And that's a really strong thing to have when you're a wrestler. JC Jane, on the other hand, she walks around like just with heel tendencies oozing out of her pores. This girl, I think, could be one of the biggest heels of all time. Like, for whatever, just the way she does it, she's a natural. The kissing, the smiling, the moving, all of it screams, I'm better than you, and I'm going to let you know it. And that's what a heel does. So I think it would be an amazing program down the line to have Liv and JC Jane for sure. All right, we've been on the air for more than 2 hours, so my voice is letting it go. Let's wrap things up. I want to thank you guys one more time. Mikey, I want to get you to give me your final thoughts, your final takeaway from SummerSlam 2026.
If I'm grading it on a letter scale, I'm probably doing no higher than a B, maybe B minus. SmackDown now has my interest. Every superstar that either came back or got put over these last 2 nights, they're more targeted towards SmackDown. I've always been, since the young wrestling fan, I was always focused on what happens on Monday nights. Right now, I'm gonna cancel my weekend plans. I want to see what SmackDown does. So I hope they don't hurt Monday nights by focusing on Friday nights. But I think nothing more was important to them than putting SmackDown over.
I think that's pretty well. My takeaway is that they're never going to throw away the $5 billion deal over anything else. That's never going to happen. So it may feel like it's SmackDown for right now, but certainly Raw is going to be where all the stars are at. I'm anxious to see what happens tomorrow night. One of my favorite Mondays was always the Monday after a big event, to see where we were going to go, because this is supposed to be the blow-off to all of these things. Also, I want to see what we do with Danhausen. I really, really, really do. They clearly are all in on this guy, but it is now on creative and or Danhausen to figure something new out. You're doing the same thing with everybody that you work with, Miz, Dirty Dom, the Knicks, whoever. I need some depth or I'm done. And then Dirty Dom and Chelsea, oh God, now they have Danhausen on the post-game show. Okay. I want to see what they do with Dirty Dom. I want to see what they do with Chelsea. Those are my 2 biggest ones from the first 2 nights. And I also want to see if Cody decides to go heel. Because I think last night, that match was as boring a match of 2 stars as I've seen in a really, really long time. It was slow, it was methodical, and not in a good way. And I already said CM Punk's got to get in better shape, and I think Cody's got to change what he's doing. So those are all my takeaways from tonight. Do not forget, for those of you also, today we got our audio feeds, Mikey, all set up. So all of our shows, we're going to have a link every post to our audio on Apple, on Spotify. We're with Believe. So all 6 will be on one feed. So you can get it on audio or video as well starting tomorrow. So very excited about that. Me and Mikey will be live tomorrow. We're talking wide receivers on Coach and Company. Then, of course, at 2 p.m. Eastern time, it is the Coach and Bro Show, as me and Vince Russo will break down everything that is SummerSlam. That's going to do it for now. Thank you guys so very much for the super chats, for the time, for tuning in, and just allowing us to kind of be your conduit, or your feeding into the wrestling world, because it means the world to us, and we're just getting started. I am the coach, Mikey P, producer man, Dirt Sheet Dan, Vinny Ruru, JD. Everybody's a part of BTT Wrestling. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night. SummerSlam is in the books. Take care.